Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Sunday, June 5th slate of NBA and MLB action because we are on to the NBA Finals Game 2. Yes, I'm super excited to dive into it. As I always say, that the playoffs and the finals in general, or the finals and the playoffs in general, are my favorite times of the year. I love basketball, but I also really love a good tournament, and this finals has the first game was actually really exciting, so I am excited to kind of get into it. I did find two plays that I do really like for the for game 2, and hopefully it does end up working out for us. And then I do have one MLB play as well, so make sure you guys do stick around for that. But as always, we are still on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving me such a small channel, such a big chance, as I always say. Now, the only other thing that I did want to go ahead and touch on is I'm sorry that I did go MIA the last couple days, but I do have a perfectly good reason for it. So, as I said in my video on Thursday, I believe was my last video. Thursday, I was having issues when it came to moving my, getting my PC all set back up from whenever my grandparents had visited. And basically the LAN cable port on my PC, it was like broke, so I had to replace that, and so I had to wait for one to come in before I could do another video kind of similar to, or kind of how it was before. So I had to wait for that to come in, and it finally is coming in today. It's the tracking thing says it will be here today on Sunday. So I will be spending my Sunday doing that. I will get it all set up. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal videos. We'll be back to dailies, and I know I've been slacking, but on Friday I did end up getting called in early, and on Saturday as well. So between both of those things, we just had a very unfortunate series of events there, and my PC wasn't working anyway. So would have still been the same quality, but this should officially be my last video on my MacBook, so the camera quality should be much better starting tomorrow. But without any further ado, there is nothing to recap, unfortunately, because I have not had a video for a couple of days, but I'm excited to get back into it, and hopefully this will be a good place to start. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's plays. So the first play of the day, we're taking Jason Tatum over 5.5 assists versus the Golden State Warriors at minus 135 odds. Now, could this line be a trap? Absolutely. 110% it could be, because Jason Tatum did have 13 assists last game, so he had plenty of opportunities to pass the ball, and his teammates were knocking down the shots. So that definitely goes hand in hand. I think that is a huge factor, is if his teammates are going to knock down shots, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. But Jason Tatum has gone over this line in 3 of his last 4 games, including 3 games, 3 of those games being versus the Miami Heat, who are also a very great defensive team. So he's been a really good facilitator of the basketball here recently. Also, he has gone over in 3 straight on the road, so I don't know if he's looking to be a little bit more passive on the road, just in general. But here in the last couple games here in the playoffs, games that are on the road, he's hit the over in 3 straight. So he has done a really good job of getting his teammates good looks on the road. Also, the Warriors in the last game, they threw a bunch of different defensive looks at him. They threw a bunch of different switches on him, which led to a bunch of pick and roll opportunities, a bunch of pick and pop opportunities with Al Horford. They even threw just a couple double teams at him. So could we see more of the same? Absolutely. And I don't think Jason Tatum is going to struggle nearly as much as he did in game 1. I think that he will have at least 20 points tonight for sure. I would be very shocked if he didn't. But with that being said, if Jason Tatum starts to get things going early, I think that we will see a late cash with this one, because I think that they are going to start throwing doubles. I think they're going to start throwing, different zone looks at them, or maybe not zone. I'm not really sure how they're going to play it. Maybe some drop zone. But regardless, I think that they are going to throw some different looks at him. I think they've been doing a really good job of getting the ball out of his hands. And I think we're going to see more of that once again. And like I said, he did have 13 last game. We're only asking for 6, so we're not even asking for half of what he had last game. So hopefully it does end up working out for us. Also, just another tiny little edge. Jason Tatum is averaging 4.5 assists per game on the road and 4.3 assists per game at home. So just a tiny little edge there, but at the same time, it is an edge that helps our bet. So he is a little bit more passive on the road. So hopefully it does end up working out for us. That's going to be our first play of the day. Jason Tatum over 5.5 assists at -135 odds. Now for our second play of the day, we're taking a dude that has been red hot here recently, Derek White, over 1.5 threes at -130 odds. Now, he has gone over this line in 3 straight games, and so hopefully he can make it 4 for us, but he has attempted a ton of shots in the last 3 games. He's attempted 8, 3, and 7. So he has attempted 8 and 7 he attempted 8 last game, and then he did attempt 7 last time they were on the road versus Miami as well. So I do think that we see a little bit of value here. He has just attempted a decent amount of shots. We're only asking him to hit 2. That's all. I also do think that a lot of the defensive focus, as I kind of was talking about in the Jason Tatum pick, is going to be on Jason Tatum. I think a lot of it's going to even be on Jaylen Brown because they're going to look for who's the next guy that's going to go off. I don't think they're really going to be expecting or worrying about Derek White to go off again. Derek White had a fantastic game last game, but we're not asking him to do that. We're not asking him to do that. We're just asking him to hit 2 threes, and which I definitely think he can do. They may even have a lot of defensive focus on Al Horford. Al Horford has been playing fantastic, so they may try to focus on him. So I just think that a lot of the role players in the finals, they have to show up for teams to win, and I think that this is a perfect spot for Derek White because they're going to really need him today if they want to try to take a 2-0 lead over the Warriors. Spoiler, I don't think that that's going to happen. But with that being said, the role players, they're going to play a key factor in this game. And so we do need the Celtics do need Derek White to step up and at least knock down a couple shots for us. So I think that they can do that. So that's going to be our second play of the day. Derek White over 1.5 threes at -130 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, this is going to be the MLB play. So this is going to be the Nationals and the Reds over 9.5 runs at -105 odds. Now Washington on the road has been one of the best teams in the MLB to the over. They are 17, 8, and 3 to the over on the road, which is second best in the MLB. So I think that's a ton of value already right there, but there's even more stats to back it after that. Following a win, which Washington did just have here over the Reds, they are 12, 6, and 1 to the over after a win. So they love to get hot, and they just love to continue it on. So hopefully they can continue that one more time. Also, as a road favorite this year, they've only been favored on the road one time, but they're 1-0 to the over. So hopefully they can make that 2-0 today. And also Cincinnati at home is the best team in the MLB to the over. They are 17-7 to the over at home this year, and they are 12-4 to the over as a home underdog. So all the stats are back in this right now. Also, Patrick Corbin for Washington has not been good this year, has a 6.96 ERA on the year, and Luis Castillo has a 4.66 ERA at home, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not great either. So I think that we see a lot of value here for this game for Washington and Reds over 9.5 runs at -105 odds. So that's our third and final play of the day. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Once again, I do apologize that I have been MIA the last couple days. I'm just really trying to get my PC stuff figured out and everything. It's just been a mess. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.